This will be a quick video. I am going to time myself here. Oh my gosh. All right, there you go. This is a video basically saying that I'm going to start making YouTube videos again. What I'm probably going to do is I'm going to do what I did before, which is like a daily video every single day. Treat like Duolingo, try to have a streak. And yeah, I think it's good. I've been watching a lot of content online, and I I just realized that a lot of the stuff that people are watching these days are getting kind of captured by the algos, and there's just lots and lots of stuff out there that just doesn't push people to kind of really thrive as much as they should. And I'm one of those people that I think has created some of the content that helps people kind of stay motivated, stay focused, stay positive. And when I was making videos daily, like it was very clear to me that's what was happening. People felt very good about these videos that I was making. They felt there was something to watch that didn't make them pissed. you know, like I would have opinions. I would say some things that might get people riled up in one way or another, but it's always a positive outlook, a very optimistic outlook. And the reality is I've just been working. It's not like things in my life are terrible. No, it's just I've just been busy. I've got a really good job. I've been working as a kind of like my name, my position at the company I work at, which is Riot, is like this like 17 different names to it. But it's essentially I'm like a principal level illustrator slash art director, and I help give a lot of good feedback on some of the music videos and cinematics that have been coming out. A few of which have already came out since I've been working there. Uh, and I like it. I like working on these like really quick and dirty. They're not dirty. They're freaking incredibly made by some of the greatest animation studios to exist in history. Um, but really, what's happening is that I just realized I need to kind of get out there, make some better content to kind of balance it all. Um, that's the conundrum, isn't it? Many of my contemporaries, people who are just as qualified, if not more qualified, to give really good info, they're also busy, man. They're working. Um, and the ones who do streaming content or live streams or YouTube videos, they definitely will thrive on content that's a little bit more controversial or a little bit more risque because it's part of the deal of algorithms. Like I was watching some Instagram reels the other day, and it's always like the ones that really catch your attention are just like it sucks when this or that, or like the industry is this and people are pissed about this. I think there was like one that I saw where the person was just like, I like to make art. And it was just nice and wholesome. Oh, there was one I can remember vividly. I loved how they did their kind of like attention grabber, because that's the thing. You got to like try to grab people's attention in like a moments before they like move on to the reel. And what this person did, which I thought was awesome, they showed like somebody like parkouring and failing, and they were like falling and they were about to get hurt. And then it cuts back to this artist, and this artist is like, "Oh, he's fine. Let me show you some cool artwork." And then it shows you all her cool artwork, and it was just like, "Oh, I like this." Like she didn't have any commentary about the video. She didn't have anything kind of, nefarious or ill-intended. She just used it to just try to grab your attention, and she just wanted to show you her cool art that she's made. And I'm like, yeah, that's great. That's super awesome. Again, this reminds me of like the internet of the 90s, man. Like when I grew up back in my day. Back in my day, where the internet was just a bunch of goofballs doing goofball stuff. Don't get me wrong, there was a lot of there was a lot of weirdos too. That will never go away. History has its weirdos, you know? Um, but yeah, I just started like watching movies again. I think I talked about this in previous YouTube videos. Like YouTube for me, I love a lot because there's a lot of educational content. There's people that I love watching who just talk about stuff. Like there was this guy, um, who has a YouTube channel called Smarter Every Day, and he was talking about like manufacturing in America and how he's trying to make this like scrubber, like barbecue scrubber. And there was some notes of like criticism of like the overarching larger system at play that made it hard for him to build. And he kind of came to the conclusion that I think most sensible people come to is like, look, greed is pretty awful. Um, but it wasn't like negative. It wasn't like a direct attack at anybody. It was more like like a large scale social critique, which I think is reasonable, But he walked the walked the walk, talked the talk, and he made like this really cool product and talked about the challenges of it and kind of walked us through. And it didn't leave me with like a taste of disdain, but more of like it's hard out here, but look at this person accomplishing some really cool stuff. Like how wonderful. Watching the World Cup, just seeing how people, for the vast majority of it, were really excited. They were just like, oh, like how fun is it to just like not be so stressed out and just enjoy a freaking sport where people are kicking balls around. And uh seeing the like the beautiful stories that were coming out of it, where you would see this small country off the coast of Africa where they almost beat one of the biggest teams in World Cup history. And they didn't get scored on by the actual World Cup winners, which is Cape Verde, you know? And it's beautiful, man. It made me tear up just like watching that game, and just was like, this is beautiful, man. I remember watching the Bad Bunny concert during the halftime show, just being like, wow, man, joy, dude. We don't get enough of it. And I'm one of those people that provide as much as I can in that world. And I just haven't been, and I haven't had a really good reason to kind of just jump back into it. I had a very good reason before. My good friend passed away, and it really made me feel, I felt a sense of obligation. And after like doing it for several months or a few months straight, I felt, okay, I satisfied this thing. But honestly, I don't think that's true. I feel like I could still keep going. In the name of Rob, 100%, I could keep going. But also just, I got approached by, oh, time's up. All right, I'm going to stop painting here. So this is about a 7.5 minute painting for those of you who are wondering. I'm going to wrap this up because I got meetings. But what I was going to say though, I got a couple things I've been doing. For instance, I've been working on game dev for like the last few years. Lots of turbulence, lots of challenges. But just recently we did a game jam, and I think we realized kind of our greatest strengths and our greatest attributes that we can contribute to our projects. I think we found the perfect middle ground, and we know what we want to kind of make now after this game jam. Well, we'll see. We're gonna give it like a week or two. We're gonna marinate on it, and then we're probably gonna go all in on it. And it's probably gonna take a year or so. And as a product, I would like to show you guys what I'm working on, how I'm developing, how I'm building it out. And because a lot of what I'm building has a lot of merits of just being my art. We found a good genre, or it's just my artwork is the star of the show. And I think that's great. I think that can work really well. I got approached by a small studio to do some courses. They're going to help me make courses. They're going to handle a lot of the stuff that I just don't care about. I have you know, too much work that I do, and I have very little time. So it would be nice to have people who help me kind of manage that stuff. And all I got to do is just create the content, and then they kind of manage all the other stuff. And all I have to do is just make the stuff, and we kind of share in the profits. That makes a lot of sense to me. Otherwise, I just would never do it. Mentorships for me, or tutorials, work really well, or even these YouTube videos, because it's just like I do it and then I walk away. I don't have to, like, even after I'm done recording this, I'm gonna, I mean, if you guys see my thumbnails, I just I just write down the title in the image I just made, and then I just upload it. Um, because the time that I have available to me, it's reserved for family and friends, you know. Um, and so I don't know if I can really sit down and do a course. And then if I am going to do something very personal, something that I care about doing, it's probably like making more content like art or like this video game stuff that I'm doing. I also wanted to start, like, I collected all the artwork I've done over the last several years, and so far I've got 700 plus images just chilling. And I'm like, you know what, man, what if I started to create something that's more collectors friendly? So I have all these ideas, all these interesting things that I think I can do, and doing YouTube videos, keeping this as a tool of like kind of my own personal journal, and just allowing you guys a window in would be awesome. And then whenever these courses come on, whenever I do these the game deploys, whenever I make some of the TCG stuff, like, it's just a natural, hey, this is what I got. Feel free to support me. And I've always talked about how I don't really want to make money from like my YouTube video or YouTube videos. That's why they always come or go depending on the season. But I feel like they are of great value, and so as long as I can kind of just do them, and then I can be like, hey, I'm going to promote something that I'm doing, which I think is an incredibly fair and reasonable approach. Then there might be a universe where I just do YouTube videos as a regular cadence, not because I have sponsorships or I have ad revenue or anything like that. That's because I know my supporters are going to support me whenever I suggest, hey, I have something out that I would love some support with, you know? And that to me feels like a fair transaction. I teach my mentorships. That always feels like a fair transaction. Lots of people who take it really understand that I am there to help them out. I talk them through their specific and personal challenges. And it feels very honest, very clear, relationship there. And I think I can do the same for this. And so as these things start to roll out in the next few months, hopefully it's one of those things where I can count on y'all to come in with the support. And if it goes well, I will explain how it's going well, why it's going well, and how many of you guys can probably follow the same track. Because I do believe that the industry is shifting, and I'll talk about that in a different YouTube video. But I do think the industry is shifting. It's not going anywhere. People still love video games. People still love movies. People still love animations. It's just shifting. And I think for the better. And so as long as we can start to understand what that shift can be or ought to be, it'd be great to help be part of that and be a part of what I like to say, people's origin stories. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.